Hello again. With monotonous regularity, this channel of mine is accused of hate speech, encouraging racism, being neo-Nazi, and a whole host of other things. I need hardly say that this is all a lot of foolishness and there's not a word of truth in such allegations. For one thing, of course, YouTube are pretty quick off the mark when it comes to closing, suspending, or even permanently banning the accounts of those who violate their community guidelines, one section of which is specifically concerned with hate speech. The very fact that I'm still on YouTube suggests strongly that I am not promoting hate speech or racial prejudice. Of course, I recognise that there are and always have been limits on free speech, and that when those limits are exceeded, people are dealt with accordingly. One limit which has always been very clear is that we must not advocate violence or encourage other people to commit murder. Even a free speech advocate like me realises that this kind of thing is undesirable in a civilised society. The other day, a man called Samuel Doyle was jailed for 3 years because of things which he said on the internet and in posts on social media sites. He urged people to kill homosexuals and Jews. Here is a clear case of precisely where the boundary should lie between free speech and criminal activity. Indeed, I believe that this should be the only boundary, and that anything which falls short of this, which of course includes all the modern hate speech laws, should be scrapped. I give a link in the description to this video to a newspaper article about this case. Of course, it's full of all kinds of irrelevant details, such as the fact that the man in question had a fridge magnet with a swastika on it, and that he also owned a portrait of Adolf Hitler. These things, of course, are not and shouldn't be criminal offences. But encouraging murder of anybody is against the law, and quite rightly. This particular limit to free speech has always been recognised in law, a situation going back hundreds of years. Of course, no stable and peaceful society can possibly tolerate people going around and trying to incite others to commit murder. If it were up to me, I would scrap all the laws relating to hate crime and probably chuck away the various race relations acts as well. I should be free to dislike whomever I wish, and also to choose whom I see, with whom I wish to live and work and so on. I should certainly not be free to urge others to murder or even cause harm to members of the group which I don't care for. But other than that, I cannot see any reason for laws about things like hate crimes. I'd be very curious to know if anybody actually accuses me of inciting violence on this channel or encouraging hatred. I have, of course, done nothing of the kind, which is perhaps why I'm still here.